Well, dear Veronika, dear Fabian, brilliant first name, by the way, dear friends of innovation and AI, distinguished guests, let me first of all ask you a question. And my question is, what does it take to start, let's say, kind of a movement? Or even better, what does it take to bring about real change to improve the reality we live in? Well, judging from looking at this audience, at all of you, and the reputation of the Rise of AI conference, the answer's got to be, in my eyes, it needs a powerful idea first, it needs the audacity to pursue it, and at least one person to actually start it. Why am I telling you that? Because Fabian, my team told me about the time when he first came up with the idea for this conference, it was 7 years ago, and how far ahead of the game the concept appeared back then. So, even more, first of all, kudos to you and thank you for having me at the AI gathering in Germany at the moment. I can really imagine how difficult it must have been to inspire motivation and support for the first conference in 2017. And hey, look what's it now. You were, one can really say this, you were ahead of the game then. And everyone here today is clearly on top of the heap now. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as all of you here know, as we stand on the brink of the next industrial revolution, our conversation today is not just a timely one, it is imperative. Me as the Minister of Digital Affairs in Bavaria, I'm in the position that it's my honor to represent a state that is traditionally connected to innovation and connected to technology. But the truth is, I want more. I want Bavaria to become a real hub for AI, a hub for AI as it's already a hub for many other technologies. Bavaria and AI, this is a perfect match in my eyes, and making the south of Germany a prime hotspot for AI is what I consider my personal calling. That is why I want Bavaria to be the most appreciated, the most sought after, and the most attractive home to AI and any other future technology, just like quantum computing, clean tech, health tech, ad tech, and so on. And the good news is, Bavaria is already on an excellent route toward that aim. Not a single day goes by when we at the Bavarian Ministry of Digital Affairs are not thinking about how we can employ AI in our administration, how we can push our economy to serve our people and our businesses best with the help of AI. Just last month, some of you might know this, we announced a strategic partnership with Germany's most promising competitor to OpenAI and to Google with Aleph Alpha. So all of you might know Aleph Alpha builds large language models for governments and enterprises and is now cooperating with us to introduce AI in our public administration with an own data center in Bayreuth in Bavaria and own brand new offices in Munich. I am truly excited about this project, and in my eyes it's high time that we finally make the advancements of technology available to all our citizens and all our businesses. It is high time that we get our foot off the brake now, ladies and gentlemen. At a time when the overall economy is stagnating, while the digital economy is growing, at least one thing is clear. AI startups are key drivers for innovation for our economy, and AI startups are the engine for the prosperity of the future, no doubt about that. With our Bavarian high-tech agenda that embraces all ministries in Bavaria, we have been laying the groundwork for an award-winning AI ecosystem that is so far unique in Germany and so far unique in Europe as well. And you don't have to take my word for this, however, you can trust Fabian, who mentioned Bavaria as best practice example in his book Die KI-Nation. Thank you for this, by the way. To me, that means taking AI from the research institutes, from the R&D departments, and bringing it to the people. I've made it my goal to show how AI relates to the personal life of individuals and improve their daily routines wherever this is possible. AI is, in my eyes, not what science fiction movies are made of. AI is the technology to improve our reality of life. Let me, ladies and gentlemen, give you an example for this. We are funding at the moment early detection of women's heart attacks through AI in Munich. The project proves that artificial intelligence is no longer kind of an abstract theory, but is already creating added value for the people. We are laying the foundation for a real improvement in women's health hub, and we are not stopping there. We are taking AI all over the country in Bavaria, not only in the urban parts. I recently visited a small community. It's called Ergoldsbach, where we launched a new type of early warning systems against storms and floods, which is now being expanded to include soil moisture sensors and weather stations. In this project, AI analyzes collected local weather data and automatically alerts the population and emergency services via email or SMS or messenger services if critical measured values are exceeded. This is my message to show. It goes to show that AI can save lives, and it doesn't get more real than that. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Bavaria is really doing a lot to make it happen, so to say. By 2027, 5.5 billion euros will have flown into the high-tech agenda, into already over 134 new AI professorships, more than 10,000 new seats for students with a focus on AI, into fields ranging from health to agriculture to cybersecurity, into research centers such as that for mobility in Ingolstadt, or the one for robotics in Munich, or the one for the industrial AI in Augsburg, where I am from. Into our new Franconian University of AI, where every subject will focus on AI. And last not least, of course, in our AI network, Biosphere. By the way, warm welcome to the representatives of Biosphere here in Berlin. We at the Bavarian State Ministry for Digital Affairs are also promoting the transfer of knowledge on AI solutions in our small and medium enterprises. For this, we have created AI regional centers in a number of cities in Bavaria, from Munich to Ulm to Kempten, and there, SMEs receive support in all issues relating to AI. This ranges from AI strategy development up to the concrete implementation of their own AI projects. But there is also one issue, and we were already talking about that, which is of deep concern to me. And this is the intense fear of advanced technology, typically German, that we experience much too often when new technologies come into play. And also the need to fiercely regulate every future technology. Take the AI, for instance. It has just been passed in Brussels, and now it needs to be implemented within 2 years, if all of you know, in all EU member states. And of course, this AI aims to ensure data security, to ensure safety, fairness, transparency, all that. But it also poses significant risks in my eyes. These risks are not just theoretical. They are likely to turn into another kind of a bureaucratic monster. Another bureaucratic monster of the likes of the GDPR before. Because the many different rules and regulations need to be implemented and need to be controlled afterwards. And I'm fearful that too many regulations will suffocate the innovative spirit that still exists within our businesses here in Germany. The digital association Bitkom has recently found that over 60% of German businesses believe that GDPR stifles innovation and is considered an obstacle to growth and to prosperity. They don't have the staff, and they don't have the lawyers to make sure their own privacy regulations are in compliance with those new laws. Now, German businesses fear that once again the same will happen with the rules and all the regulations of the AI Act. Who will, ladies and gentlemen, define how they should be implemented? Will Germany again be the most restrictive EU member when it comes to the interpretation of the AI Act? Will German lawmakers pull out the magnifying glass where other countries turn a blind eye? Therefore, I really call on the federal government to make sure that this AI Act will be implemented in the most innovative, friendly way which is ever possible. We can, ladies and gentlemen, not afford to have the same chaos as with the GDPR all over again, hurting our business and hindering innovations. What I mean is, which small or large company, which startup has the lawyers and the many staffers needed to make sure their firm is in compliance? All of this will no doubt cost a lot of money and cost a lot of time. And most importantly, it will cost our competitive edge. Already, corporates and founders are looking at other parts of the world for their AI projects. They fear that here development will take too long and cost too much. For the same reason, small and medium enterprises shy away from using AI. That leaves the playing field for innovation and economic growth to the others. I am deeply convinced, let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, what we need is less of this German angst. We need more German mood now. What we need is a mind shift that doesn't see AI as a threat, but as an unprecedented opportunity. And this is where the Bavarian Innovation Accelerator comes in. I want to tell you about this because that could serve as a role model in Germany or even internationally in my eyes. The Bavarian Innovation Accelerator is my proposal to help thousands of Bavarian founders and small and medium enterprises to deal with the 100+ rules which are already there now, aimed to regulate the digital space. This innovation accelerator will provide a protected space so companies and the public sector can develop and test AI applications without worrying about legal consequences. That way, it will be much easier for them to go from development out into the markets and make compliance less scary and more cost-effective simply by saving companies from having to set up their own compliance departments. Furthermore, many investors are hesitant about AI because of legal risks as well. That is why we want to train and inform investors too, to help them understand the legal landscape. I believe this will boost our investor confidence and it will encourage more directed investments, particularly in high-risk AI projects. We also plan to work with certification organizations to create standards and certifications that will make it easier to use AI in the market. These will ensure that AI products meet the highest safety on the one hand and the highest compliance standards as well. My vision is that with the Bavarian Innovation Accelerator, we will prevent deindustrialization and we want to promote modernization through digitization and AI. But all of that to come to an end requires courageous and forward-looking public as well as private investments. That's why I've been looking closely at other countries that have done an excellent job in my eyes by mobilizing capital for their deep tech scene. President Macron, for example, has been very successful in attracting investors and mobilizing 13 billion in private capital for French tech startups with the so-called TB initiative. I will be in Paris next week to address that issue, and we want to replicate this success in Bavaria. We want to make sure that our startups can thrive and compete on the global stage. Therefore, I believe the Bavarian Innovation Accelerator will become a lighthouse project throughout Germany, hopefully, and throughout Europe furthermore. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenges we face are really significant. But so are, this is the good news, the opportunities as well. We are not only addressing immediate hurdles, we are also setting the stage for a future where AI improves every single aspect of our lives. This will create smarter cities, more efficient healthcare, stronger industries, and a more dynamic economy. We remain committed to the ethical AI development and deployment, but the focal point should be realistic risk management and not fear as such. And of course, we strive to align our AI strategies with European values. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time in my eyes to renew our commitment to innovation, our commitment to collaboration, our commitment to foresight. Thank you for your attention. Thank you much more for your passion for innovation and for your commitment to shaping a future that leverages AI for the good of all.
Great, Minister Fabian Mehring. Thank you so much.